Hello and welcome to Tech Talks. Today we are going to discuss on email ordering and how you can push such email orders to your CRM system through AI automation. So we know that people are trying to, or every business wants to automate their order processing. They are launching new and new portals, B2B commerce, trying to motivate and inspire their B2B buyers, their distributors, their dealers to place order online which can be transmitted to back office system. But in reality we have seen there are a lot of buyers, B2B buyers, typically in manufacturing industry or where there is a vast network of dealers and distributors who are very familiar with the product line, the SKUs. They prefer to place order over phone call or over email. Now email is very easy. They can send an email to the company and they wish to place an order based on that. Now usually in such scenarios for manufacturing, for distribution, you have a sales reps, you have a team of sales reps, and these sales reps are using a proper CRM system. So CRM in this case can be Salesforce, can be Zoho, can be HubSpot, can be Pipedrive. These are some of the leading market leaders which are there in the market. So today we think or we assume that a merchant or a manufacturer has some distribution network and they are using Salesforce or Zoho as their CRM system, which all of their sales reps are using to create their orders, their quotations, and share that with the customer. Now in this case the B2B buyers, they send an email. So let's assume they have sent email in a simple email format which you can see in this screen, that I want to place an order. I'm from this company, my name is this, I want to place an order. They already know, these distributors already know about the SKU or the item code. So they just mention I want item code XYZ, quantity 1, item code let's say ABC, quantity 230. So they just mention this and they send that email to the company or to the sales rep. Let's say generic email ID sales@xyz.com. And based on that the sales reps contact them or sales reps creates an order within CRM. This still happens and this is we have seen a most common scenario. Now automating such orders to the CRM system, it needs analysis, pattern analysis, understanding whether these items, this customer, this account exist within the CRM system, and then entering that within the system. So we have introduced workflows within appse AI which can take on this task, analyze such email on a regular basis, and based on that able to create an order within the CRM system. So today I'll show you a couple of examples. So we have prepared these workflows within appse AI workflow automation platform, where we are able to analyze such emails through AI and create corresponding orders. So let's start with Salesforce and then we will show you Zoho. So in Salesforce, if we think this is a sample workflow. So what we did is it starts with triggering inbox email. So it scans the sales reps inbox on a daily basis or hourly basis, depending on your requirement, it can be configured. It filters out all the emails which they receive where the subject line is order or the body contains order, right? So once it filters out such email, it analyzes that email using OpenAI, using the prompt we have given, and it generates the return in certain format in fields. Then we have used a JSON converter to translate those fields into individual fields. Let's say company name, contact person first name, contact person last name, item SKU, and quantity. So once these are translated into individual fields, what we are doing, because there can be multiple items which are requested, we are using a splitter node to split those items into individual items rather than a list. So we generate a list and then we split that list into individual items. Once that is complete, we are now starting the check within the CRM system. First, whether that item exists or not. If that item exists, then the workflow proceeds. If the item doesn't exist, it can throw an exception or let's say a notification in Teams that the items doesn't exist. Now after that, we are checking the contact, whether the contact person who sent that email, their first name, last name, these details exist within CRM. If it exists, then it will proceed, else it will throw an exception or a notification in Teams that the contact person or the account doesn't exist. Now if everything checks out, then what it does is it checks the price book for that particular account, because these are B2B buyers. We need to know which price book they are associated to. Once we see the price book, then it creates the order within Salesforce with all these details, and then it creates the order line item, because in Salesforce, order and order line item are two different activities. So first it creates the order, and based on that it creates all the line items. Now if we go in Zoho, we see that here you can see we have designed the same kind of workflow in Zoho. Similar, it finds out, it identifies every item, it finds out the products, checks whether the contact exists or not, and if everything checks out, it creates an order within Zoho CRM. So let's execute this workflow and let's see the result in Zoho. So first, if I go in Zoho, here is an account, and this account, as you can see, this account doesn't have any open sales order, right? It doesn't have any open sales order, and a contact person from this account sent me an email that they wish to place an order with 3 items, and every item has some quantity associated. So once the workflow execution is complete, so here I can see the workflow execution is complete. If I go in Zoho CRM and I just refresh this account, so I'm going into account again, I'm going into here, and here I can see that the company has 2 sales orders now created based on the emails which is sent by the contact person. So the sales order contains multiple line items and it is created based on their email request. So in this way, through OpenAI, we are able to analyze an email which is sent to Outlook or Gmail, and based on that, all the analysis and checks can proceed, and at the end, if the email checks out to be genuine from an account which exists, from a contact person which has a record within my CRM, for the items which exist within my CRM, if all these information checks out, it creates an order. And the same thing, same flow, with a little bit of tweaking, it can work for Salesforce, it can work for a HubSpot, it can work for Pipedrive, and similar kind of concept will continue. So I think this way, in this session, we are trying to showcase how you can streamline your email ordering within your CRM system. Thanks for watching. We'll share some such informative sessions in near future.